Last week, I made a video about how I use my calendar to plan my work activities. In that video, I shared how I block out time on my calendar to complete certain tasks. So that triggered a question from one of the viewers. If I'm adding these tasks to my calendar, am I also adding them to my to-do list? The short answer is no, but I need to explain. Rather than answering this one specific question, I thought it might be helpful if I shared my entire process. So in this video, I'm going to share how I use my task manager in conjunction with my calendar. If you haven't watched my video on time management, I suggest that you watch that first for context, then you can return to this video. For those of you who are new here, my name is Andy Park and I make videos about productivity. If you're interested in this topic, consider subscribing to this channel. Okay, so let me first share how I use my task manager. I'm currently using Microsoft To Do, by the way. This is where I capture all important tasks that I need to get done. Tasks are added to this list in several different ways. Most will be tagged and pulled from other Microsoft applications like Outlook, Planner, OneNote, and Teams. The rest will be created in To Do app itself. I make it my process to add only the big important tasks and exclude small trivial tasks from this list. I explained the reasons behind this in another video about Microsoft To Do, so you can check that out if you're interested. So some of these have concrete deadlines and others don't, but all of the items on this list need to get done at some point. Now let's leave this for a moment and go to the calendar. Even before I add anything to my calendar, parts of it are already filled. These are mostly meeting requests from other people that I've accepted. That reduces the time I have available to do actual work. So for example, if I'm working with a baseline of 40 hours a week and I'm already committed to 15 meeting hours, I only have 25 hours remaining to do my work and get some of the tasks done. And actually, since I plan to take an hour lunch break to maintain my well-being and sanity, I actually have 20 hours remaining. So this is where I start plotting things out on my calendar. The first thing I do is to look ahead and see what meetings and events are coming up, generally about 2 to 3 weeks at a time. I'm trying to see what preparations are needed. If there's a big important meeting or deadline coming up, I need to carve out time to prepare for them. And since these are time dependent, I want to make sure that they are prioritized, so I add time to the calendar. With the remaining hours, I can start bringing in tasks from my to-do list. So let's go back to the list. I'll assess how much time is needed for each task and we'll add them to the appropriate place in the calendar based on their priority and time sensitivity. This is more art than science. If I can't complete a task in the assigned time, it remains incomplete in my to-do list and I'll need to plan additional time for it in the future. To Do tells me what tasks I need to get done. The calendar helps me determine when I'm actually going to work on them. If I run out of available time for the week to get critical tasks done, I reevaluate my priorities and start making trade-offs. This could be declining some meetings or deferring some tasks to the following week. I talk more about this in my time management video, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. So in conclusion, use your to-do list to capture everything you need to do, regardless of when they're due. Then bring in the relevant task into the calendar based on their importance and time sensitivity. The calendar is a place that'll show us how we'll spend our time in a given period. It'll show us not only meetings we need to attend, but when we'll need to prepare for them. The calendar will also show us when we'll need to work on our priority tasks to ensure that they get done and help us stay on top of things that are important to us. And as with any productivity system, don't go overboard and don't be too rigid in your approach. Leave a little bit of buffer and flexibility in your time. Opt to use time blocking where appropriate rather than filling all your time with specific tasks. An example of time blocking would be setting aside 30 minutes to review and respond to emails. Play around with the approach to see what works best for you. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks and bye for now.